Hi, in the last video we had a look at using selection and in this video we're going to actually have a go at coding it in JavaScript. So please make sure you watch that other video first because that gives an explanation, and you should already have a little project set up in Visual Studio Code where we've typed some code. And you should already be able to open the console and look at the output. So let's do the same example that we did in the presentation. So we're going to have a variable, raining, and we're going to say that the value of that variable is true. So it's a Boolean value, a true or false. And true is a key word in most programming languages. So we need to ask a question, if, and inside those brackets we need to ask the question, and we need to ask it about raining, and we need the double equals. So the double equals is examining the value of raining. It's checking, is it true? Is it true? Not assigning it a value. So this here is assigning this value to this variable. This here is not assignment, it's testing equality. Is this equal to this? And it will be because we've put it here. After the question, we need to use the curly braces. And the curly braces, if this is true, whatever is in these braces will run, it will execute. And I've tabbed inside there to show that this bit of code is inside this block. It just helps keep your code nice and organized. Let's print a message out, console.log, it's raining. So if we run that, it's raining. So it's true. Let's change it to false. Save it. I'm going to clear the console and refresh. And now it's not doing anything. The code is still running, but it's not running that one line because of this statement. If we type raining in the console, you can see that it has the value of false. So it is actually working. Now, quite often you'll want to do something if it's true, but you might also want to do something if it's false as well. And we can do both at the same time. And to do that, we use an else, and you'll notice that's a keyword, if and else. If this, do this, else, do that. So we can put another message in here, console.log, it's dry. So let's run that. It says it's dry because this is false. Let's change it to true. And now it's raining. So we can use this to change what's going to happen in the code. And that happens all the time in programs. Let's just have a look how this is being run by the JavaScript engine. So if you go on to sources here and click on your file, so you'll have your file here. This is index.html, index.html. We should have your actual code here. I'm just going to make that a bit bigger so you can see it. So what we can now do is we can use a breakpoint, and we're going to be doing this as part of the course later on, but I'm going to use it now to demonstrate how the code runs. So I click on this line and then I'm going to refresh the page. Now the code has stopped, it's not actually running anymore. So we can use this step, which is F9, and it will step into the next piece of code. So if I put my mouse over this raining variable, it's undefined. That means it doesn't have a value because this line hasn't run yet. But when I run that line and put my mouse over it now, it has the value of true. And you can put your mouse over it anywhere you want, true. So we can see that this is true equals true. So it is going to run. So let's step into the next value. And because that was true, it's gone on to the next line. And it's going to print that out. And then you'll notice it skipped this else bit. Because this part was true, it didn't need to do the rest of it. So let's change this to false, save it, and refresh the page. Let's press F5. So F5 will refresh the page. You can see this is spinning round, and that's because the page is paused. So again, the code is undefined and it's false this time. So when I step over, it's going to look at this line. Now we've got false is equal to true. So no, it's not. So it won't read the next line. It will go to the else and it will print it's dry. So this debugger is really useful, and this is where you can actually set what's called a breakpoint, and it will actually pause the code at any place you want, and you can then look at what the values are of different things. So to get it off, you just click on there, refresh your page with F5, and now the code will run. Let's look at one more example in this video. So let's choose something with a number this time. Var age equals, let's do 20. Then we can say if age, let's say if age is more than or equal to 18, we'll put a message. I don't know, u console.log you are an you can vote. So if your age is more than or equal to 18, you can vote. So we didn't use the equals, we used the more than or equals, and we'll put an else in, else console.log you are to you can not vote. Okay, so when we run that now, it says you can vote because we're 20. And if I put a very large number in, it will say you can vote. Let's put in a small number, 4. And it says you cannot vote. So it's going to either run one code path or the other code path. So that's an if statement. And we can actually put more conditions on here, but we'll do that another day. So the other piece of work I want you to do now is I'm going to give you a little form, and I want you to complete the questions on the form about using if statements. Highly recommend you have a go at this. Perhaps upload a screenshot. Thank you very much.